These are only a part of a sea of distraught faces gathered at the Lee Funeral Home to pay their last respects to a man who's now left an ingrained scar in their hearts. Deputy President William Ruto, through his Twitter handle, mourned him as a patriot, an indefatigable and consummate professional who dedicated himself to the service of his country. Former President Daniel Arap Moi also said he learned of Nkaissery's death with shock and disbelief, describing him as a man who served with exceptional energy and dedication. NASA presidential candidate Raila Odinga too had kind words for Nkaissery.
Tumekuwa na tofauti ndogo na yeye hapa kwa kisiasa, lakini hiyo ndio siasa. Kwa jumla hatukuwa na tofauti ya kibinafsi, tulikuwa marafiki. Tumefanya naye hata mambo ya sport. Yeye alikuwa ni mwanariadha, kupenda sana kukimbia.
His running mate Kalonzo Musyoka remembers the both faces of the man.
His sense of commitment to duty, he looked very stern, but deep inside was a very soft-spoken gentleman. Therefore, we'll miss him, and we want to tell his widow that we're all standing with him.
His cabinet colleague Mwangi Kiunjuri can also testify to his two sides.
He was a unifier, a person who would not hesitate to give his advice to you. However, even harsh, 3 weeks ago, I passed through his office and he was supposed to go and visit Laikipia. And he looked at me and I had not tucked in my Madeira shirt because I was going to the field. And he was shocked to see that I'm in his office and I had not tucked in my shirt. For him, he was that officer.
His other cabinet colleagues, Cicely Kariuki and Amina Mohammed, remember his anecdotal humor, describing him as a friend, colleague and brother. Majority Leader in the National Assembly, Aden Ndwale, was among leaders paying their respects at the Lee Funeral Home.
Coming from a region where that has faced a lot of security issues before he became the Minister for Interior, General Nkaissery, to a large extent, had made sure that Kenya was safe. And under his leadership, I think the men and women who work with him, Kenya became more secure in the last 2.5 years.
If a resolution was made that something has to be done, he delivered. That is the greatest gift I remember of Nkaissery. We used to joke with each other as Rika and people of performance. We were kind of achievement-driven people, and we loved service in the public interest.
I've never seen him, not a single day of his life, being down. He was always jovial, and above all, he was very straightforward. People might have known him as combative, but on a personal interaction, there was a side of him that was very caring.
I know there are many questions being asked, but this time we want to urge everybody to exercise a lot of caution because we don't know really what happened. But that's the question. The big question is, what really happened? What happened? I think that is in the mind of everybody.
I knew him for many years. We worked very closely. We talked almost daily. And one thing that was very important for him this year particularly was to have a very peaceful election. And he worked 24 hours towards ensuring that the country has a peaceful election.
Nkaissery was a member of parliament until 2014 when he resigned to take up President Uhuru Kenyatta's appointment as Interior Cabinet Secretary to replace Joseph Olelenku, who was unceremoniously dismissed in the wake of increased insecurity in the country. Sheila Sendeo, NTV.